thought you might like to look at this. That's why I've left it on screen for a bit. I thought you might like that. What do you reckon? We're in it, aren't we? We're in it. Let's put it there. Hello, welcome to 100% LCFC. Good evening to Brett. Hello, Brett. How are you? Top Charlton. Top four finish confirmed already, says Luke Charlton. No, Luke, there's a long way to go, Luke. Listen, that's the Premier League trophy. You've all seen this before. I don't know if this is an omen, but look what that was balancing on. A lucky gnome. I think the lucky gnome should come back. Anyway, my name's Phil. This is 100% LCFC. This is Leicester Fan TV. This is where you guys can get your views in, your comments in, loads and loads and loads of things to talk about because, as we all know by now, Leicester, that's us again, little old Leicester that nobody wants to take serious, are second in the Premier League. So let's get on with some good evenings to you. Simon Mack is watching. Thanks, Simon, for your lives and a great report. Go and check out leicesterfantv.com for Simon Mack's fan report. Ryan is watching. Hi, Ryan. How are you? Matthew Bond. Good. How are you? Andreas. Great to hear from you. Get your comments in. Matthew Rodriguez says, hey up, my duck. Dave Felstead is watching. Neil is saying, anybody home? Yes, Neil, I was just letting you have a little look. Because a lot of people think we can't get this again. But it's not Liverpool's yet. That's all I can say. Get your views in about Saturday's match. Who played well? Who didn't play well. Everybody played well for Leicester City. Who played better than better for Leicester? What did you think? I want to talk about Johnny Evans. Because I think Johnny Evans has been making Kaglar Soyuncu look very good this season. And I think, was it Johnny Evans that was behind Harry Maguire being so good for that massive move? Joanna is watching. Thanks, Joanna. Joanna came and chatted with us after the match on Saturday. Lee Sutton, good evening, Lee. Get your views in, get your comments in. Lee Geeson, hello to you. And Andy Young, hello. Lots of hellos. Thanks, everybody, for that. Get your views in, get your comments in. Jamie from the Fox's Arms. Jamie, are you back home yet? Are you back in sunny Spain, sunny Alcudia, or are you still in wet, cold, foggy Leicester? Lee Sutton says, it was worth freezing my nuts off on Saturday night, still buzzing. It got a bit parky out there, Lee, you're right. Wigo is watching, Wigo. Good evening to you, Wigo, hope for you. Oh, little brother Will is watching. 33-1 to win the league. Leicester's odds are getting slashed. It was 71 last week. So, Will, if you're going to have a bet, you should have had a go last week at 71. Mark Warden is watching. Thank you, Mark. Get your comments in, Mark. Let me know what you think. Andreas is watching from Cyprus. I bet it's not cold out there, is it, Andreas, tonight? Anyway, Andreas says, what a win. It gets better and better. It certainly does. You're right, Andreas. Gray Richardson is saying, bloody good evening to you, Phil. What a great second half it was, like watching Brazil. Again, it's been, even in the Premier League winning season, I never went to matches against teams like Arsenal thinking we can win this. I genuinely thought before that match we were the favourites to win a match. When do you know that? When has it been that Leicester are favourites to win it? Karen says, brilliant, win the Champions League. Hey, listen, we've got to get to the Champions League first. So let's not go too far. Tom is watching. Tom Hoger is going to start joining us again on Monday nights. I know you guys, many of you have been missing Tom, but Tom is going to get with us. I've just got to sort the tech out to get him back on, but he is back. He's moved house. He's got his cap ready. He's still got his chinny beard. It was great to have Tom with us on Saturday. Brett saying Wilfred Ndidi was everywhere on Saturday. He was. Carlos is agreeing with me and saying Johnny Evans is a unit. So we've said lots of hellos there. Let's get on to some topics here. I want to talk about Johnny Evans. I think he's been very underrated as a Premier League player over the last few years. We said it last year that he was the bargain of that summer when we paid £3.5 million for him. He was only 29 at the time. He's played for Man United. He's played in all the big games. He's won leagues. I believe he's just won so much with Man United, and he was playing very well for West Brom. He was unlucky at that period that they got relegated, where it all fell apart. So, what do you think to Johnny Evans this season? Is he the reason that Soyuncu is doing so well? Is his old head around there? I was listening to a very interesting post-match interview on Saturday. Brendan Rodgers came out and said it. I was a bit surprised he said it, but he said Johnny Evans is the brains in our centre-backs. Johnny Evans is the brains and allowing Soyuncu to very much... I mean, Soyuncu's been amazing. been a revelation. None of us expected that. But get your views in from Johnny Evans. Bradley Cooper is saying good evening from Gatwick. Are you flying anywhere nice, Bradley? Steve Chapman is saying Liverpool's luck has to change, and we all know they bottle a league in the league. Yeah, it is not over yet. Trust me. Brett is saying Wolf was immense. He was everywhere. Neil is watching. Neil from 100% LCFC. Simon Mack is asked a question here, which I'm going to ask you guys. Simon has asked this for us. Get your views. In fact, you can get your comments in on this one, but the way I'm going to judge this one, Simon Mack says, would you rather have Perez to start or Demarai Gray to start? Now, the next match, if you would like Perez to start, give us a like. If you want Demarai Gray to start, give us a love heart. So you can do that in the emojis. If you do that, that means I can see them come up on screen. For example, people are already putting likes up there for Perez. Let's see if there's any love hearts go out there for Demarai Gray. Simon, I'm going to answer you, and I'm going to say, I think I'm going to stick with Perez because I'm really, really pleased with Demarai Gray the last few games. Mostly all likes coming through, so mostly people going for Perez, but a few for Demarai Gray. Do you know what? I really like Demarai Gray coming on as an impact player. In fact, that's one of the first times on Saturday I was there going, great, let's get Demarai Gray on. He could have an impact. He could change the game. And that's where I think Demarai Gray is at his best. We've seen him way too many times come on and from the start of a match not have that impact. I'd rather him come on and play 20, 25 minutes at the end and have an impact and have a good half an hour and be fans wanting him to come on. Bit of a mixed bag on the likes and the love hearts, but generally I would say you guys can see them coming up there. Help me out here. I think there's a lot more people saying Perez. So great question from Simon. If you want to do any more questions, let us know. Scott Simpson, good evening to you. Thanks for watching. Luke Charlton says, dilly ding, dilly dong, we're all going on a European tour. Brett says, lift that trophy. Oh. Just for you, Brett, no worries. Simon Mayer saying, be happy with Champions League, but Premier win would be the cream on the top. It definitely would. We're Leicester fans. What are we doing? Saying cream on the top would be winning the Premier League. Let me know. Lee Sutton says, Evans is solid. And I agree with you. Scott says, I think I'm in love with Ricardo. He's such a beautiful player all round. He had another great game. Great game, Ricardo. Anthony Beebe says, Evans looks better than ever since Kaglar came in. Can hang back a tiny little bit more. John Squires is watching. John, get your views in, get your comments in. Matthew Bond, thanks as ever for all your comments. Matthew says, let me read it here. He says, after watching Liverpool's game yesterday, I think the Premier League has decided Liverpool will win the league. Disgraceful decisions. Well, VAR, I don't think we want to get into a VAR debate, do we, tonight? If you do, fine. Mark Evans is watching. Mark, your brother Johnny, great play, well played for Leicester. Tom saying, what do you think to the Mahrez comments today? I think that's what Tom's saying in his comments. What do you think to the Mahrez comments today? Somebody's going to have to put me right. I've been working hard all day, Tom. I haven't seen Mahrez's comments. So let me know, what has Riyad Mahrez said? Maybe he said he wants to come back. I don't know. You guys tell me. This is like the reverse. I know nothing. You guys know it all. So what has Riyad Mahrez been telling? Let me know. Dave Felstead says Soyuncu has stepped up brilliantly with the help of Evans. He certainly has. Lee Geeson is saying, Lee is saying Evans is the rock at the back. I think Robert Huth did a tweet and said sexy football is back at Leicester on Saturday. Did you see that? Do you know what? Johnny Evans is reminding me of the role that Robert Huth did for us in the Premier League winning season, that combination. So, no nonsense, Johnny Evans, but he's got some great skill bringing the ball out. Jamie from the Foxes says VAR is the new sponsors of Liverpool. Stuart Childs, coming back to that Perez and Gray debate, Stuart says Perez to start, Demarai Gray a sub. I'm with you on that, Stuart. That's how I would keep it playing. Scott Simpson saying, I met Piers Morgan on Saturday. Scott, I had to stop to read the rest of your comment before I just read it out loud. You never know. I'm not sure what you're meaning with that, Scott, so I'm going to leave it. If you're not sure, go and read Scott Simpson's comments and pick the bones out of it, see if he's winding me up there. Luke Charlton says, Damari great, the right wing when he came on. Perez has only turned up at Southampton. So Luke is saying he would have Damari great on. Scott Downs is saying Johnny Evans is a top pro, which has let Kagler settle quicker and given him more freedom. This is what I'm saying. I think Johnny Evans really, really does need to get some praise from us, which is what we're doing tonight. So, Johnny Evans, fans are loving everything you're doing. Of course, Jamie Vardy. We can talk about Jamie Vardy. Top goal scorer in the Premier League. At his age, at the grand old age. God, yeah, he's still a young whippersnapper if you're as old as me. But Jamie Vardy looking as good as I've ever seen him. And not getting so much of the ball, but there was one bit. Do you know what? Yeah, it was a great goal he scored. The best bit I thought from Jamie Vardy on Saturday, there was one bit where he ran. He must have done 100 yards, 150 yards sprint up, back, round, and he still managed to chase the keeper down. It was in the second half. He did did you see it? He did an amazing run. Just kept going, and he chased the ball around all the defenders. He didn't get it, but just a tremendous effort from Jamie Vardy, and that, to be fair, that sends signals out to our team and their team that they're not going to rest. That was at 2-0 up, I think. Stuart Child saying, seen Gray walking around with hands on hips too often. That's from a starting position, I think. John Squires says, we want Albrighton back. Listen, John, I'm one of Mark Albrighton's biggest fans, as you know, but you just can't argue with the team and how they're doing at the moment. So for me, can't argue with it. So, Joanna says, Johnny Evans has taken over the leadership of the defence from Wes Morgan. Great, keep coming on second half and keep up with those assists. He's playing a better role in doing that way. I agree with you, Joanna. I would keep him as it is. Now, we're going to talk about Jamie Vardy in a minute, but before I do, and while I've got you all for a minute, don't forget, we're giving away another pink Leicester City shirt. That's from our pals at Pink. There. You see the connection? Pink, 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 pink. You got it. We're giving one of these away, totally for free. And you don't even have to answer a question. All you have to do is click on the link that I'll put in the comments at the end, or go find it. You need to go to Leicester Fan TV on YouTube and be a subscriber. Now, we've already got quite a few subscribers on there, but we're looking for more and more. And we're trying to grow the YouTube channel, of course. And we're giving away this shirt to any of the subscribers on the YouTube channel. So if you guys, all you lot on Facebook, if you can pop over to YouTube, subscribe over there, you could be in to win this. Now, I've done that. That was the plug for the YouTube boys. And I'm going to scroll down. There's been so many comments. Thank you for all your comments. I just can't read them all. I promise you, I go and read all the comments at the end. And Brett is saying, put the pink shirt on. Brett, would I get in this one? It's a medium, Brett. I'm not sure I would get in that. Too much of a beer belly down here, I'm afraid. Joe Callis is saying, oh, this Merez. So thanks, Joe. Joe says, Merez has been very disrespectful to our club. After all, he did win a Premier League medal. Should have run off to no mark Arsenal. Disappointing to say the least. Anyway, bigger things are happening at our little pub team, Leicester. Joe, what has he said? What has Riyad Mahrez said? I've not... if I've missed the comment, please put it in again. Let somebody see what Riyad Mahrez has said. Anthony Beebe is saying, will we send it to Los Angeles, the pink shirt? Of course we will. We'll send it to wherever in the world. Trust me. Normally when I pick a winner out at random, they live in Canada or Australia and it costs me more than the shirt to post it. Though, Anthony, if you subscribe and if you win, I'll send it to LA. Mind you, that's a bit flash living in LA when some of us live in Leicester. Anyway, Tom saying, never change a winning team. Great to come on when teams are tired and run down. I agree with Tom. I wouldn't be changing it. Ross Howard, thanks Ross. How are you? Good video the other night, Ross. Couple of shandies, mate. Couple of shandies. I saw he posted a video out there singing a song, Ross did. And the next morning he woke up and he put in the comments, I don't remember making this video. Ross, I know your pain, mate. I did one a couple of weeks ago that some of you might have seen right here live on 100% LCFC. Luckily, I deleted it. Will Holloway says we need a replacement if Vardy gets injured. Yes, we do, Will. And I think that is the worry, isn't it? This team is on fire. Jamie Vardy is on fire. I think in January we do need, if we're still in this top four, if we're still in the Premier League race by January, I think we need to go out and make sure we've got cover for Jamie Vardy. And I don't think that's Kelechi Iheanacho, to be fair. Rob Sturgis saying, I think he's talking about Johnny Evans. Oh, no, you're talking about Riyad Mahrez saying he lost 2 years playing at Leicester. What a cheeky little monkey, if that's what Riyad Mahrez says. Cheeky. Johnny Evans for captain, says Luke Charlton. Steve Chapman saying, apparently we held him back for 2 years. That's Riyad Mahrez. Rob Chapman saying, Mahrez said he wasted 2 years at Leicester after they won the league. Chappers is watching. Good evening, Chappers. Loads of you telling me about Riyad Mahrez saying he's lost 2 years. Well, I think that's just ungracious of him, to be fair. We plucked him from some second League 2 team in France, gave him his chance, persevered with him, to be fair, a little bit as well. So really, I think Riyad, you need to be grateful for where you've got to, mate. None of us are having a moan at you. Thank you. Somebody at 100% LCFC has just put in the link so that if you want to go and win this pink shirt that I'm not going to model, if you want to go and win this pink shirt, all you have to do is click on the link, go to YouTube, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV YouTube channel, and we will be doing the draw on that on around November the 30th. So another pink shirt, thanks to Pink Vehicle Leasing. Thanks to those guys. Rob Sturgis is saying, how about Perez as a replacement for Vardy? I don't see that, Rob, to be fair. I think if we are still in the title race at Christmas, which I very much don't see why we shouldn't be, but I would keep him. Chappers is saying, hashtag block Mahrez. Lots of you giving us what that is. Mahrez said it was Puel's fault that he is a crybaby, says Dale Hines. Of course it's Puel's fight. Anthony says, you mean when we are in the top 10 in January? Absolutely. Listen, we might even be number one. Boxing Day, what is it, some ridiculous time? 8 p.m. on Boxing Day, or is it 5? I don't know. We play Liverpool on Boxing Day, not at 3 o'clock. It's in the evening. I'm getting earache for it. Anybody else getting earache Boxing Day, going to a late night match? Anyway, we play Liverpool that day. That could be the day we overtake them in the Premier League. You don't know, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Stuart Childs is letting me know it is Boxing Day and it is 8 o'clock. Andreas is saying it's the double on. Andreas, the treble's on, mate. The treble's on, not the double. Brett Coombs is saying, I hope I can make it till 8 p.m. on Boxing Day. I know it's a long day. I've seen Chappers is talking about he went over to the Arsenal Fan TV boys and there was a lot of Leicester fans there giving them some grief, singing. Good video to go and watch. Chappers will point you in the right direction. Will Holloway says, have I won the pizza yet? I'm getting hungry. No, Will, but well done for reminding me. I can tell you who did win the pizzas on Saturday, because quite a few of you got Jamie Vardy right, and 2-0, not surprisingly. We did pick a winner, and it was Bradley Dance. I have messaged him, so Bradley Dance, you've won our pizza thanks to the guys at Peter's. So thanks to those. Tom Hoger says, hell yeah for the 3 for the treble. Get in there. Scott's saying he'll be in a box at 8 p.m. on Boxing Day, hopefully in full swing. Well, that sounds very flash that does, Scott. Some of us will be freezing our nads off in the stands. Scott Down saying Liverpool have 10 games before they play us, and we have 5. Oh, you've lost me there, Scott. Yeah, I'm lost, Scott, on that one. Let me know what you mean by that. Lee Sutton saying we're capable of beating anybody in the Premier League. Well, we're pretty much proving that, aren't we? Because if you look at it, that Liverpool game, Mane, you will know that penalty, that really, again, the VAR penalty, somebody saying VAR want Liverpool to win. We could have got a draw that day. And that way, it looks worse every week, that way we lost to Man United at Old Trafford. That looks worse every week that goes by, doesn't it? So that was a shame about that. Chappers has just shared the link if you want to click on that link to go and watch the Leicester fans giving the Arsenal Fan TV boys some grief. Luke Charlton is saying, is Mahrez still sulking in that Paris airport? Hashtag block Mahrez. Is that trending on Twitter? Hashtag block Mahrez. Listen, yeah, hey, I kid you not, Riyad Mahrez is the most skillful player I've ever seen in a Leicester shirt. That's my opinion. I think he's probably one of the best Leicester players I've ever seen in the shirt. Some of that skill was absolutely amazing. So, Simon Mack saying, are we going on 100% LCFC European tour? I think we are. We're speaking to Jamie from the Fox's Arms about going out there for a match as well. Andy Meadows is saying rather be in the stands than be in the executive boxes. Russ Howard saying, I've already booked off for the FA Cup League Cup final at work and booked off last 5 of the seasons, just in case. Does anybody else do that? I must admit, Ross, I did have a cheeky little look the other day. I was trying to plan something for April time, and I did have a look just to check out when the League Cup final was. I can't remember when it was. It's been that long since we've been in a League Cup final, but it is February, so I was all right. But I did check. I thought, yeah, I fancy us this season. I really think we're going to do something this season. Tony Fish saying his neighbour is a Liverpool fan. Be nothing better than seeing them get done at the King Power. Certainly would. That would be payback, wouldn't it? And we do quite well against Liverpool from time to time. That's why it was a shame in the end that we didn't get the points that we deserved up there at Anfield. Oh, sorry, Scott Downs has explained his 10 games, 5 games things. Scott Downs is saying they have double the amount of games than us due to Cup. Scott, you're absolutely right. Again, this is like the Premier League winning season. That's why it's so reminiscent. We've got, I know we're in the League Cup, but we play 1 game a week. The year we won the Premier League, we played 1 game a week, whereas everybody else is involved in the Champions League. Chelsea are in the Champions League. Man City are in the Champions League. Liverpool are in the Champions League. If you ask me, Man City have got a bigger eye on the Champions League this year than the Premier League, and I think that's why I think they've shifted their focus. They've won the Premier League 2 years on the trot, Man City. I think that they are going for the Champions League. I think that's what Pep's got his eye on. He's maybe even thought, if I have to sacrifice the Premier League, so be it. Leicester, we've just got that 1 game a week. Malk Heggs, hi Malk, how are you? He says, what are you doing with that to that Premier League trophy? I will remind you are live. I'm giving you a little kiss. And reminding us all that we've won it once. So many in the media just discount Leicester, and you go, we have won this once in the last 3 years. Liverpool haven't won it in 30 years, and yet the game is over, apparently, according to everybody. Anthony Howard is watching. Go and follow Anthony on YouTube and Twitter. LCFC Boyer does some great fan cams, so give him a shout out. England this week. Has it come at the wrong time for Leicester? Or has it come at a good time for us? What do you think to that? Do you think international breaks? I'm a bit sick of them, to be fair, at the moment. It feels like we have an international break every 4 weeks this season. Is it more this year, or it just feels like there's a lot of international breaks? Players grumble about wanting a mid-season break. Well, let's cut out half these England games, if I'm honest. But has it come at a good time for us, or has it come at a bad time for us? We're on a high. It would be great to have had another game this week for Leicester, I think. It's a shame it's come, but on the other hand, does it give us a chance to recharge our batteries? Jamie Vardy made the right choice, doesn't bother with England, can put his feet up a little bit, have a bit of a breather. James Maddison doesn't get picked. Apparently hasn't proven enough to get picked for England as yet. And yet some of these lads who are doing rather well at Chelsea, etc., but have played effectively 12 Premier League games, have got well ahead of him. Do not understand it. Again, Maddison again on Saturday proving why he should be playing for England. Whether he will or not, we'll see. Luke Charlton saying it's a perfect time and give some of the lads a rest. Zeb is saying, did you see Merson on Sky Sports on Saturday? No, I didn't. What did he say, Zeb? Let me know on that. He was probably no doubt saying that Arsenal would beat Leicester. Vardy could get a week off, says Scott Downs. Anthony Howard says England can do one, asking about Vardy. I'm not sure they've asked. I think Vardy's just pretty much said it's not on for him. Brett Coombs is saying the week off will do us good, ready for a long Christmas fixture list. So you're generally just saying, Andy Meadows saying watching England is boring. Matthew Bond is reminding all Liverpool fans that you've never won the Premier League. You've never won this, Liverpool fans. and that still might not happen this season. Chappers says, never write Leicester off. No Europe nights, no pressure. Unlike Donkey Kong, Phil. Chappers, what are you on about, mate? Unlike Donkey Kong. Does anybody know what he's on about? Am I just too old that I don't know what... Unlike Donkey Kong. I know what Donkey Kong is, but I don't know what he means by that. Jack saying, we have no pressure as Liverpool and Man City have a lot of games to play, which could bring tiredness and fatigue. I agree with you there, Jack. Luke Charlton is saying, can we just beat Man City in the Cup finals and rub Morris's face in it? Yeah, that'd be nice. I heard Ross Howard, did you see his video with his nephew? It was very sweet. Ross says, my 2-year-old nephew was asked by me on Radio 5 Live on Saturday, are Leicester going to win the league? He said yes straight away. That's very good. Now, listen, before I go, don't forget, if you want to win this Leicester City pink shirt, thanks to our pals at Pink, you can win this pink shirt. All you have to do is go over to our YouTube channel, which I think Neil has put the link in the comments. So it's right there at the top of the comments. I think he's pinned it. So if you want to go and win this, all you have to do is subscribe to Leicester Fan TV over on YouTube. Dead simples. Dead simples. Andy Meadows is saying, this is about Chappers. On it like Donkey Kong, saying, I think it's one of Chappers' dodgy websites. I won't put it past him. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks mostly to these guys, to Emergency Glazing Services, Everard's, Peter's Pizzas, ADT Taxes, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Harlow Geek, and don't forget, as ever I say, go and follow Bodie Hodges, who we proudly support. If you can go and like and follow those guys, they help us out. They help us bring stuff like this to you every week. This week, Chappers should be doing his Fox in the Box show on Wednesday. I believe the Kit Room is now on Sunday nights. Jamie is on Sunday morning, although knowing Jamie, being international break, I don't think he's officially told me, but I think he might be having a week off if it's international break this week. Got to let him rest and recuperate after his jet lifestyles going back and forward from Leicester to Alcudia like he was. Great to see him at the weekend. Don't forget, Don Cole, our far-flung fox from the United States of America, is coming over to England. He's back over here. He's flying all the way over from the States to watch the Brighton game. He's going down to Brighton. He's coming to the Everton and Watford games, and believe it or not, I think we're meeting in a pub in Leicester to watch the Villa game. So come join us for any of those. If you want to join us in the pub for the Villa game rather than go to the match, we'll let you know where that is. So we'll see you soon this week. Thank you all for your comments. Thanks to Bazza. Thanks to Jake Palmer, Alex Green. Good to meet Alex. Well done, by the way, for winning. Alex Green, the £30 gift voucher. Pete Hides is saying, I hate the pink shirts. Pete, if you hate these, Pete hates this. Well, don't go on the YouTube channel and win it then, Pete. But don't worry. I know you prefer red shirt, Pete. Lee Geeson, thanks for watching. Chappers is saying, it's on. Chappers is explaining, it's on like Donkey Kong, mean. The Urban Dictionary defines it as a phrase to denote that it's time to throw down or compete at a high level. Something is about to go down. We're on it like Donkey Kong. Have I said that right? On it like Donkey Kong. I'm going to leave it there. We're on it like Donkey Kong. You get it. We're coming for you, Liverpool. See you next week. Thanks for all watching. If you can like and share, I'd appreciate it. From me, Phil, Leicester Fan TV, 100% LCFC. We'll see you later.